Замок стоїть, твердиня Монсальват. Там сяє храм, весь у прикрасах дивних, що блиском, наче сонце, те блищить. А в храмі тім, та на престолі чаша в блискучім тихім сяйві золотім. Для душ, для чистих душ, для душ блаженних її приніс крилатий Серафім. Із року в рік злітає з неба гуд, щоб дивну силу чаш напить і живить той край всіх лицарів зміцняє, підносить віру їх у те, щоб жить. Хто заслужив у краля будь слугою, тому він неземную силу дає, щоб будь безстрашним в битвах з ворогами, щоб стати за щастя любеє своє. Якщо ж лицар край чужий прибуде за правду, щоб сміливо в бій іти, він і там сили краля не втрачає. Тільки ім'я, щоб зміг оберегти. Святеє джерело в нім благодаті, йому вірити мусим кожен час. Якщо ж у вас та сумніви з'явились, небесний гість ту ж мить залишить вас. Так от ви тайну хотіли знати, від краля я прибув з країв чудес. Мій батько Парсифаль, Богом нам даний. Lohengrin, ясний посол з небес.
Dear friends, good day to you all. Today, I would like to share with you a performance that has deeply moved me. Petro Bilynyk's 1962 recording of Infernum Land in Kyiv. To me, this was not merely a moment of auditory pleasure, but truly a spiritual experience, one that resonated far beyond the notes themselves. Let me begin with language and diction. He sings in Russian or Ukrainian rather than in German. At first glance, one might assume this creates a certain distance from Wagner's original, but I must say, this linguistic transformation does not diminish the dramatic power in the slightest. On the contrary, I felt the natural fluidity of his expression and the richness of his emotional delivery. He was not singing a translated Lohengrin. He was using his native tongue to embody the same sense of sacred nobility, allowing me, the listener, to fully immerse myself in Wagner's world. Next, let's talk about breath and support. Bilynnyk demonstrates very solid chest-abdomen combined support. His high notes are never pushed out. He uses a technique I deeply admire, what I call inhaling from behind, releasing gently. The breath wraps around the pitch and the support gently lifts the melodic line. Listening to him, I sense a continuous airflow running through each phrase, creating a feeling that the sound is suspended, and this to me is essential for a true Wagnerian tenor. Third, I'd like to discuss tone color and resonance. What I hear is a middleweight, balanced resonance, not an overblown head voice or mask-heavy tone. His resonance focus is placed somewhere between the pharynx and the upper palate. Vocal fold closure is clean, and the tone is bright with warmth, pure and not flashy. There's no sense of technical bravado here. Instead, what I hear is a humble and sincere vocal sculpture, crafted not to impress, but to express. Now onto what touched me most, his handling of high notes. He never shouts, never strains, never forces. His high notes are supported by breath, light, radiant, and powerful in their calmness. I would even say that, compared to Melchior or Björling, his top notes feel more human, not the voice of a god, but of a man of faith and suffering, whispering his truth with dignity. Finally, a few words on phrasing and musicality. Bilynnyk never sacrifices the natural flow of musical lines for the sake of dramatic emphasis. His phrasing is like a sequence of arches, smooth, elegant, and naturally shaped. One moment that stands out for me is the line, "Durch ihn war die Taube rein." He sings it as if he were confiding something, not proclaiming it. And I believe this kind of whispered tone shows his true understanding of the character. It is artistry with restraint, emotion with reflection. So, here's my personal evaluation. Technical control, 9. Emotional expression, 9.5. Tonal beauty, 9. Wagnerian style, 8.5. Overall impression, 9.2. I truly believe that a voice like this, even without overwhelming volume, can pierce through the barriers of time and language and leave behind a true artistic legacy. Compared with other interpreters of Lohengrin, here's how I would assess him. Melchior possesses a grander vocal mass, but Bilynnyk offers a more refined lyricism. Björling's tone is sweet and pristine, yet Bilynnyk feels closer to Wagner's original aesthetic spirit. Lemeshev is poetic, while Bilynnyk conveys a deeper sense of devotion and faith. As for Peter Hoffmann, his approach is more theatrical, whereas Bilynnyk, in my view, is purer and more noble. To summarize my perspective, this performance by Petro Bilynnyk is, to me, a true gem from the Eastern European Wagnerian tradition. He does not sing to flaunt power, he sings to protect inner sanctity through his voice. His Lohengrin is not a divine statue, he is a flesh and blood saint, filled with compassion and idealism. He doesn't shout, he whispers with holiness. I would call this performance silent faith, gentle heroism. But is it perfect? Of course not. Let me share a few of my criticisms. Although his diction is clear, I find it too forward-placed. He seems to have inherited a bit of Georgy Vinogradov's style, where the front teeth are overly active, leading to excess nasality and an unnatural timbre. This reminds me of Beniamino Gigli, and like Gigli, the tone can become somewhat monochromatic. His breath support is almost entirely diaphragmatic, with little engagement of the lower abdomen. Without abdominal anchoring, it's hard to convey deeper emotional undertones. The danger of pure diaphragmatic breathing is that it limits vocal depth and resonance space. Such singers often lack vocal thickness. The tone is clean, yes, but not broad or expansive. If these areas could be improved, I truly believe Bilynnyk would be close to world-class level. As it stands, I cannot fully recommend learning from his technique alone. The risk is losing true breath support and falling into superficial habits. Thank you, everyone. I hope this analysis has given you a deeper insight into both the strengths and limitations of Bilynyk's approach, and more importantly, a renewed appreciation for the sacred quiet that great art can carry.